This is the NEEWER Macro Probe Lens for smartphones. With its 2x magnification, you can capture incredible close-up macro shots, and its 13.5-inch long barrel allows for unique perspectives that are just not possible with any other lens. It has a manual focus ring, built-in LED lights, a rotating support bracket for easily attaching it to tripods. The lens body is entirely made out of metal, and it's waterproof. Back like 6 years ago when the NWEEWER Probe lens came out for DSLR and mirrorless cameras, I wanted one so bad. But even today, a NWEEWER Probe lens costs $1,500, but you can pick up this lens on Amazon for just $300. I'm using this paired with my brand new iPhone 16 Pro, and this lens is producing some really high quality images. But there are a few techniques to actually get the most out of this lens, so let's talk about that. Number one is lighting, and the more light, the better. This is why there's literally a ring light built into this lens. However, while this light is really useful when you need it, I wouldn't recommend relying on it as your main light source. Here's an example of a scene that's just being lit with the ambient natural light in the room. And now here's with the built-in ring light turned on. And if anything, I think this looks worse. Because the light is coming from the same direction as the camera is facing, everything just looks flat and weird. But here's what it looks like when I add a video light just off frame to the right. And now here's with another video light on the left. You can obviously set up your lights in a lot of different configurations, but this is just a quick example of how big a difference it can make to have good quality light. Next up is focusing. And this lens is actually really easy to focus because, well, it does have a focus ring for manually adjusting the focus of the lens. The phone camera is still autofocusing. So you only really need to adjust the focus on this lens to get it in the ballpark, and then your phone is going to take over from there to actually nail focus on the subject. Though I did still find it helpful to add some focus markers. The focus ring will stop turning at its nearest focus, but then it will actually turn way past its infinite focus in the other direction. So having a little focus marker scratched onto this makes it a lot easier to manually rack focus. And last of all is camera motion. Kind of the whole point of this lens is to capture these otherwise impossible shots where it looks like the camera is moving through incredibly tight spaces. But for these shots to look good, you really need the camera to be moving very smoothly, because when filming at such a small scale, even the smallest little wiggles are going to be really noticeable. Using a camera slider is ideal, but if you don't have one and you have to shoot handheld, what I find really helps is that instead of just using my arms to maneuver the camera, I actually rock back and forth on my feet from heel to toe like this. And when your whole body's moving, the smoother your motion is going to be. Another little trick that I like to use is to set my camera to film in slow motion and then actually move the camera about 2 to 4 times faster than I want the final video to be. And then it's really super buttery smooth when you slow that back down in post, because the faster your body's moving, the more momentum you have, and the even smoother your motion is gonna be. If you want one of these lenses, there's a link for this in the description below. If you want to learn more iPhone photography tips, then check out these videos over here. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.